Hey everybody, welcome back to another tutorial in Minecraft by Steven. That would be me. I have a special request for today's video. A guy named I Eat Spam on the official Minecraft forums asked me to put together this video about double doors in Minecraft. He threw together a little video and unfortunately wasn't able to voice over on it, so I have offered to put my equipment to good use here. And double doors are pretty cool, something I think a lot of people can get use out of, because if you have a building with an even number of blocks for each wall, if you have a single door like this, you can see my 4-block wall, it looks kind of tacky off-center, whereas if we had 2 doors, everything would be even, so our OCD players will be much more at ease. And so specifically, we're going to look at iron doors for this, using redstone and other switches to power them. So let's go on back here and I'll show you the end result. What we kind of want is doors that are, so they're automatic. They don't really require any kind of input for us to open. And we don't want to have to, punch them like we would a wooden door here. So we can see that if we walk up, these automatically open and automatically close behind us. And this is my little test area here. Just get it ready real quick. So the first way is really easy. It actually doesn't use redstone at all, so if you're someone who hasn't had the opportunity to come across that, you may like this. And what we'll do is we'll just place a door on a block in front of us, like so, and we'll go around behind that block and place it on the block in front of the other door. So the two are more or less in a straight line. You can see they're a couple pixels off because they're resting on different blocks. And so what we're able to do here is put a pressure plate in front of our left door, and you can see that both the doors are catty-cornered right here, so they're both actually receiving power from it. This door is touching it, as is this one, so if we step on it, they'll both open and we can walk through. And if we want to be able to exit our little, pretend that we're in a building, we can actually come up on this one and do the same thing. And this is of course nice because it's made with fairly simple materials, and doesn't require us going down to bedrock and finding a bunch of redstone. But you can see a huge disadvantage would be that we only have our button on one side, on each side of the building. So if, we're running from creepers and we come up on this door and we hit it, then we hesitate, we can't get inside because there's no pressure plate here, and then we blow up and die. So we would have to go on the left every time, which isn't a huge inconvenience, but it doesn't work the way we would want our technology to work. So another thing we could do would be to try to wire up so 2 buttons on either side in order to achieve this effect. So we'll put our 2 buttons here a little bit away from the door so we have some room to work with. And it's important to note that doors will only open from redstone or switches if one of 2 conditions are met. Either the redstone has to go straight into the door like this, you can see that opens, you see if we have a straight line going into our door, or the block that the door sits on must be powered itself, so the entire block. So that means we have to have a line of redstone going into this block. You can see the doors resting on this block. And if we power this like so, we can see the door opens and closes according to our power source. So using this, we can actually create a little tiny OR gate right here, which means that if either of these plates are turned on, this whole line will turn on and it'll, bam, power up that door right there. But unfortunately we see the other door isn't quite open yet. So what we'll do is bring this stone around the entire thing and use our straight line rule, right here, to hit this door. So we'll just take it like this, over here like so, and that appears to be working. So left plate, it's on, and right plate, it's also on. So this, what we created over here, was just another OR gate. So this says, if either of these 2 things are turned on, the power is going to travel through the wire like so, all the way around into this door. And we don't have to run this to the other one because it's already hitting power. What we can do over here is put another pressure plate, if I could talk, on this one. So this should open both doors as well. But we want to have pressure plates on both sides, so we'll put a plate here. Create another OR gate, which is just a fancy way of saying connect the redstone to both plates, like so. And we can see that if either of these are pressed, all the doors open. And if you're like me, you hate seeing unsightly redstone above the ground unless you're using it for decoration, and although this does look kind of cool, it is slightly tacky to leave all of our redstone above ground. So, great functioning door. It does exactly what we want it to. We could, build up our walls around these things and make our base, but it's a little hard on the eyes. So, let me replace my pick here. And so we'll dig up what we did. Say goodbye to it for now. And going to go into a little more advanced technique that is a little more rewarding in my personal opinion. So, what we're going to start with is actually 2 doors that are on the same level of the blocks. So we'll put them both facing from the front. So they're symmetrical. You can see they're totally in line on both sides. And what we're going to do here is have our pressure plate, put plates rather, 1 block away from the door. And that's so that we don't get any kind of weird effects from the powering. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute here. And we'll dig up some space around them. Don't actually dig up the blocks that the doors are on, but I showed you guys before that redstone can travel from underneath pressure plates. You guys saw that in the trap videos that I did. And oh, I shouldn't have killed that. Unfortunately, though, we can't run redstone underneath doors and have it be powered. It's kind of unfortunate. It would make things way easier, but it just can't be done. So we'll go ahead and put wire under both of our pressure plates, and you can see that when I stand on this plate, the power travels all the way straight down. Kind of defies everything that we know about physics in the real world, but that's okay. It's Minecraft. So we'll run this wire, and remember I said that any block that a door is resting on will be powered. If the block is powered, then the door is also powered. So we'll run this wire like so, and up to the door block. So if we stand on our pressure plate, this should open that door. And the right one is connected underground if you look. So we can, well, yeah, so the right pressure plate's opening it, as is the left one. And if we go and wire this other door here, you'll notice that when the system is off, that door is open. But when we stand on it, this door will close and the other one is open. And this is, of course, the total opposite of what we want. This is not secure as a system. Any old creeper could come running here and just come on in and blow you up while you're idling. So I showed you guys before that if you have some kind of item which is in the wrong state, so the wrong powered state, like a redstone torch, and if it's on, you want to turn it off, we use an inverter gate. And on this one, it's actually going to be really simple to do. We'll knock out this block and power these together. And what we're going to see is that we can't just place an inverter on the ground here and have this whole system work. What we have to do is we're going to use this block as a power, so our power collector and our power inverter. We have a line coming into this block, so when it hits this block, we want it to do the opposite, so invert, like so. And you can see that this is working because we have off going in and on coming out. And if you look at both of our doors, they're currently closed. So we stand in the left block, they both open. Right block, they both open. So it's perfect. So now what we want to do is hide our redstone, because redstone above ground is tacky unless it's used as decoration. So we'll fill in blocks on a couple places like so. But on these places, if we put our, if we just fill in our block like this, it actually, you see it messed up the redstone and the circuit isn't working anymore. So what we have to do is, we're going to build our wall, and these are doors for a base, so you're going to have a wall anyway. So we'll put these on top of the empty spaces, and you can't really see what's underneath. And then we'll bring it up to the ceiling for now, just for looks. So we'll do the same here. And we can build on top of our redstone torch, no problem. But we have the same thing here. We don't want to build on top of this or we'll mess up our circuit. So we'll put them over the empty spaces. And if you don't believe me that you can't see, I'll show you. So we'll run through our doors like so. And you can see there's no redstone anywhere. But right now we're trapped, right? So the coolest thing to do is we'll put our button like this. And this button will actually power the whole circuit, because this block is also adjacent to our door. And it has redstone underneath it. So if we power this, all the redstone is going to turn on, and I'll show you that so you can actually see it. So we push the button, you see the redstone turns on and turns off. Buttons are nice little timers. So pretend this is the outside here. This is where all the creepers are going to run up. We have our little, like torches outside. And so we push our button to get inside, and the creepers can't follow us. But when we're inside, we don't want to have to push a button. We just want to run out the door real fast. So this is our completed double door system with redstone completely hidden, and a nice little, you can think of it as like a doorbell that automatically opens. And I have the same thing out here on the one I showed you before. And you can see how great these doors are. You could make a whole bunch of them, kind of like a security system. And we run in, and we run in, and they close behind us. It's perfect. Nothing can follow you. So I hope all this is clear. If you need some wiring diagrams or pictures or anything, just let me know. If you pause the video, you can replicate exactly how I built things fairly easily. And so credit, of course, goes to I Eat Spam for his, initial video that helped me out with this to get some ideas for things to show you guys. And he does have a YouTube channel. Let me go find it so I can tell you what it is. It's let's see. So his YouTube channel is one Thorgil, Thorgil, and I'll link to that in the comments, or I guess the description, so that you guys can go there and check out his stuff when he puts things on. But thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful, and stay tuned for more tutorials. The next one I'll be doing will be showing you how to construct the epic trap. Thanks for watching. Bye.